Hello and welcome. The Republic is the most famous work of Plato. It discusses justice, nature of state, status of citizens, role of the philosopher king, and how can life in Greek city-states be improved for the betterment and collective good. He discusses a set of ideas, and the Republic comprises 10 books, 10 smaller books. The whole volume is not that lengthy. It is just about 400 or 500 pages, but divided into 10 books. Every book discusses different ideas with different characters. So this video series will discuss every book, and we'll try to do justice with Plato and his ideas. And after all, ancient texts are always open to scrutiny, and they are interpreted according to one's own understanding. But we'll try to be as precise as possible for the enhancement of knowledge for students of political science, history, political philosophy, and general readers. Today we are discussing book 1. There are many characters. Most engaging are the ones who carry the dialogue forward with Plato or Socrates are these. Cephalus is the old man, and his son Polemarchus appears, but Cephalus just appears in the first book and only for a few dialogues, defining his definition of justice and Socrates' objections. Then he disappears to offer some sacrifice, and first book mainly involves Socrates, Thrasymachus, and Glaucon, and these pronunciations we cannot do justice. Only the Greek can do justice with their language, but we are using these names or trying to pronounce and doing justice. The argument starts that Socrates, or we can say Plato, is going somewhere with two of his half brothers, Glaucon and Adimantus, when Polemarchus catches them, and they go on to visit Polemarchus' son, father Cephalus, who is aged and who has spent his life. Now he has wealth, wisdom, experience, and has passed his prime. So when justice is discussed, Cephalus says that justice is giving one's due and speaking the truth and giving one's due. And Socrates says that Cephalus means that Cephalus has spent his life, earned money, paid debts, and speaks truth. So then Socrates interjects and asks a question, that suppose he had taken sword, or someone has given him his sword to keep, but he asks for it, but he is angry, the owner of the sword is angry. Should he be given his sword back while he is not in a state of mind? So there arises a scenario. But Socrates concludes that justice involves doing good, not bad. Doing good for the friend and doing bad for the enemy. So furthermore, when Thrasymachus interrupts, and he defines justice as the interest of the stronger. He gives examples of oligarchs, tyrants, and democrats, that all these rulers rule for their own benefits, not the benefit of the government. So these kind of arguments further the discussion. These are two definitions as of yet. Cephalus says justice is speaking the truth and giving one's due. Thrasymachus says that justice is the interest of the stronger. But Socrates himself, in the end of the book, book 1, has a different definition. Socrates' definition of justice is more idealistic, more people-centric, and it involves virtuous interpretation. If we look in with deeper lens, Thrasymachus is more about being realist, or he is using a realist interpretation of justice, and he cannot be countered if we look into different societies around world and different nations, empires, that justice was defined by the victor, and victor who wrote the books or his books on history. Socrates uses idealistic interpretation, like he says that justice is something which does good to the soul, and injustice is something which does bad or not good for the soul. Finally, in the end of the book, he compels Thrasymachus to acknowledge that injustice can never be more profitable than justice. Cephalus and Thrasymachus will disappear in the first book, and main arguments will involve Socrates, or say Plato, and his brothers Glaucon and Adeimantus, and few intermittent characters. And these ideas of justice and other aspects of the state are found in other books, coming books, and it is sometimes challenging for the reader to grasp the meaning of the dialogues and definitions of different variables, but one can draw the crux after reading the whole book. So in this video we'll try to bring out the main ideas what Plato suggested in his great work, The Republic. Discussion and definition and this process will continue in the coming books, and watch this video, give your feedback.